Doing tonight. I am going to try something different. Hold on just a second. There we go. Just learning. And I'm going to try something different. I'm hoping to teach others how to research so they can come up with their own opinion with the information to hopefully form a better opinion, and the choices that they decide to make, it will be a better choice. And so, as you could see in the PowerPoint presentation that just finished, had a lot of information in it. And I've got another computer set up over here, so I'm going to be looking back and forth to kind of see how I've got things set up over here. What people need to understand is there is so much information out there. There really is. And what a lot of us kind of get frustrated with is people are making decisions, but not with, it's not an informed decision. And the reason being, a lot of those people do not know where to get the information. They don't know how to get the information. And believe it or not, this is kind of how the corrupt want it, or Satan would like to have it, keeps us too busy to find out the truth. So that's where a lot of us come in that may have a little bit of spare time, is we share this information. There's several people out there that are sharing this information, but some want to know where we're getting the information and want to know how we're getting the information. So I'm hoping to help pull in all those edges so they can see and know how. And if you have any kind of computer literacy, even just a slight bit, maybe not even up to basic, I still think you'll be able to do it. So, you know how to turn your computer on. And if you can open up whatever search engine you choose to use, the best one to use that does not allow any tracking, so it says, is DuckDuckGo. That's all one word. It's a search engine that I have noticed after using it several times that you don't have to worry about a lot of information being left out. So with that being said, you can type in that browser, you can type in a word, you can type in a full sentence. And again, this is for the ones that just really don't know what to do or know how to do it. And I'll cover things later on in other episodes and give more information as I research, but I cannot emphasize enough. Do not go off of what I have researched. Don't go off of what anybody else has researched. What we want for each person to do is to form their own opinion, make up their own mind, but after they've researched it themselves. Hence why I'm trying to teach those who don't know how. So anyway, if you're going to use the DuckDuckGo browser, you can type in a word, you can type in a sentence, you can type in something vague, and maybe that it will get you where you need to go. So whenever you type that in and it pulls up several different options, you can click on whichever one it is that you want to read into. You click that link and it will pull things up. It will pull different things up, okay? And you just start reading, okay? And then some people were like, how do you know that you're going to get correct information? Well, this is where you learn discernment. Test it against the word. You can put things together and use common sense as well. When you've got certain organizations telling you something today and then tomorrow they're telling you the opposite of what they've said, put the facts together, or what it is that they're saying, because obviously something's not a fact if they're saying something tomorrow and the opposite yesterday. Put that information together and test it. Use the common sense that we've been taught. Okay. From there, there are all different kinds of individuals. They're from political to someone like me that don't hold any office, just out here trying to help the other ones make a better informed decision. There's all kinds of sources you can pull them from different social sites like Telegram. Um, I don't like it really at all, but sometimes that's the only source that you have, which is Facebook. You can use YouTube. There is Rumble. There's BitChute. There's CloutHub, I believe. There's Gab. Parler, I believe, is opened back up and has been for a bit. There is all different kinds of social sites. So let me explain this. If you don't have a desktop or you don't have a laptop, you may not even have a tablet. Use your phone if you have a phone, because obviously you're watching it from somewhere if you're watching me right now. And you can go to, if you have an iPhone, you can go to their app store and type in any of those social site names and then download them if you don't already have them on your phone. And with your Android system, you can go to their Play Store and you can do the same thing with them. Download them on your phone. I'm going to give you a few names, but you can always rewind this and you can watch it again. I purposely have put the ones that I personally watch or go to, whether it's a website or a video, or even on a social site. I have purposely put those in the slides so you don't have to write any of this stuff down. I'm trying to make it easy for you. I know how it is to be a working mom. I know how it is to constantly have to be gone for sports events or if there's other curricular activities that you've got going on and family in itself. So I am trying to do my best to help you to make a better informed decision. But right now I'm going to give you some of those people that I listen to. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Like I said, I have another computer over here, and I am going by it so I don't leave anything out. Okay, also talk show hosts. They're good ones too. You know who you can trust. Again, use some discernment, use a little bit of judgment. But anyway, some of the ones that I listen to, not only do I have those people or groups listed on a slide, but I also have where I find them and I listen to them. So you're not having to search all over the place. It would have been great for myself to have had that when I started out looking at things. But I can use how the experiences or the lack of to help somebody else, make it easier for them. That'll save you a bunch of time, I promise you. Anyway, there is a pastor in Tennessee, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. If not, his name is Pastor Greg Locke. I have not personally met him, but I've watched several of his videos on Facebook, and he has all kinds of, from posts to videos to sermons. He has been all over the U.S., I think, and he spoke at many different places. He tells it like it is. He doesn't candy coat it. He does not put any amount of sugar on it. He doesn't twist it for what you want to hear, which I love that. We need to hear what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. Totally two different things. When you understand the difference between a need and a want, you'll be going places, and most people understand that. They just don't want to hear the need. So I like that he gives us what we need. You may not like it, may step on all kinds of toes, but you know what? Obviously, you needed to hear it if it's stepping on your toes. Another one is Brad Barton. He is also on Facebook, but I know he's on Telegram and he's on Rumble. He does not go by Brad Barton on Telegram or Rumble. He goes by the Lil Talk Show with Brad. And Lil is Lil apostrophe. So the Lil Talk Show with Brad. And I have this listed on the slides so you guys will know exactly where to find them and how it's spelled out. I do need to inform you, whenever you're looking at or looking for certain people or groups on different sites, make sure you're getting the right one. And you can usually tell because they'll have the most subscribers. So there are people out there that are, well, I guess not who they say they are, but these have a lot of followers. So I just want to let you know, make sure you get the one with the most subscribers. Another one is Patriot Street Fighter. You can find him on YouTube. Got a lot of good information. There's another one. She's called Kirsten W. But on YouTube, the one I watch is the True Kirsten W. And it's TrueCirstenW. And again, this is on the slides. Just kind of verbally getting this out there. Diamond and Silk, they're on YouTube, really good. David Nino Rodriguez, YouTube, again, very good. I'm listing you all these. I'm not going to say very good after all because every one of them is very good. So I'll just leave it at that. Enter the Stars, YouTube. Mel K, YouTube. Charlie Ward, he's got a website. He is also found on YouTube. And again, make sure you get the right one. There are some other channels out there that has him on it, and it's not him. Simon Parks, and his name is SimonParkes. He's also found on Rumble, and he does have some YouTube, not a whole lot, and he doesn't come on all the time. He is an occasional thing. So, but good. He's got good information. There's some other ones. There's Monkey Works you can find on YouTube. Now, I like this one because his is a different program. He actually follows flight patterns. Yeah, flight patterns with whether it is, from what I understand, commercial airplanes, military aircraft, and he kind of lets you know. He'll kind of go over the actual design of them, what they're used for, and that kind of helps you with kind of knowing what's going on behind the scenes without saying anything that's going on behind the scenes. So you can kind of follow what he's given you the information for and know what's going on with whichever party is traveling that day. Anyway, then there's Code Monkey Z. It's Telegram. Nicholas Benaiman, I hope I'm saying that name right. He's really good. You can find him on YouTube. He's also on a bunch of other shows. Some of these people will group up and have one video together, such as sometimes you'll find Simon Parks, Charlie Ward, Nicholas Benaiman, and Mel K all on one video, which is great. So you also have Front Page, and that's more of a, it's kind of more of a news video. But he's got very good information, so just be sure to listen. He's not on every day either, or he didn't used to be. A lot of times I get to watching videos and I don't even pay attention to whenever they were put on. So I'll go back and try and pick up where I left off if I've got time, and then watch as many as I can from that person. There's Michael Jaco, and then there's 107. Now 107, you'll notice when you do watch him, he kind of keeps you up with definitely what's going on behind the scenes. Tries to help calm everybody, to relax them, let us know that everything is going the way it is planned. Things are not perfect. There are things that they have to deal with, just like we have to on our own, in our own personal life. Just because it's planned one way doesn't mean they don't hit snags and have to try something differently, because it's life. There's going to be snags. So what we have to remember, the number one in all of this, other than God being first, the children being saved. Just remember that, okay? The children need to be saved. If it was yours, if one of them were yours, wouldn't you want everybody to do everything they could in their power to save your child? So just remember that. Keep that in the forefront. It does not need to be forgotten. Now, on kind of like in the science and the medical, let me speak this out here. The science and the medical community speaking out. There are a few that you can listen to that I myself personally believe what they say, and again, I prefer you to research it and you form your own mind or your own opinion and make up your own mind. But you have Judy Mikovits. Now, I don't know if she has a YouTube channel of her own. I have not found one, but she's on many, many different videos. And when you find out the history in regards to where she was at many years, you'll understand a little more of what's going on today. Then there is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. A lot of good information from these two doctors. I really, really cannot impress on you enough to listen to these two. You've got Dr. Mercola. They are giving him a very hard time. And the last information I received on that, he's actually taken down his website. So anything that you can find on him, you know he's telling some kind of truth. Look him up. Mercola. Mercola.com is what it was. Now, I don't know if it's completely deleted off where it will never ever come back on unless he puts in, you know, all kinds of time to get everything on his site back up, or if it's just turned off and nobody can access it right now. I don't know. I don't work in his office. I don't work with him. I do not personally know him. I just know that he's good at what he does. And then there is, I hope I'm saying this last name right, there is a Dr. Carrie Madej. That's Madej. And again, these are on your slides and they are spelled correctly then. Okay, so I looked these up earlier today, but I just don't know if I'm saying that last name right. Madej. That's the last name. She can be found with a bunch of videos of Dr. Tenpenny. You might be able to find her online. I have not personally looked for her website, but I do know that you can find her on Dr. Sherry Tenpenny's website. There's also a Dr. Vernon Coleman. He's not from here in the U.S. He is from Europe. It's nice to have, let's say, an outsider looking in. But what I mean by that is someone that's not in the U.S. that's dealing with the same thing, but we're not getting that information here unless you go looking for it. But you can look him up on vernoncoleman.org. And then there's the Frontline Doctors. Very simple web address, americasfrontlinedoctors.org. I highly recommend that you look this up. Lots of information. People do not get this on MSM. Reason being because there's a bunch of truth in it. Lots of truth in it. So I really, really cannot emphasize that enough. Make an informed decision, please. Do your research. Some popular sites for and or individuals. Some of them you probably have heard of, some of them you may not have. But there's the Health Ranger report. Just type these in the DuckDuckGo browser or whatever browser it is that you're using. I prefer DuckDuckGo. They do not track, and actually they block those other ones that are trying to track you. I'm going to give you an example. I downloaded this on my phone several months ago when I first heard it. So I opened up DuckDuckGo and I started to put something in the browser to look up. Now what it was, I can't remember. It's been too many months ago. But over to the left-hand side of it, when I typed it in, it was already blocking. Guess what it was blocking? It was blocking Google. It blocked Google from seeing what I was doing. So I really highly suggest use DuckDuckGo. It's not anybody's business what you look up anyway. That's your privacy. Okay. So Health Ranger Report, Brighton, Brighton, The Daily Wire, Rumor Mill News, Gateway Pundit, Skywatch TV. Now with Skywatch TV, you can subscribe to, I believe, all of these, and they will send it to your email, and you don't have to constantly go back and forth to websites. But they've got a lot more on your website that you do not get emails over, so it is very, I think it's important to visit the websites. So then there is Before It's News. That's another good one. Now, some of the individuals that you may have heard of, or you may not have heard of, I've just got a few listed here. And again, I've given you a lot of sources. a lot of sources, as you can tell. I'm not the only one that listens to these, obviously. So that ought to say something for you. There's Dan Bongino. There's Ben Shapiro. Alex Jones, also known with the InfoWars. Um, Right Side with Doug Billings and Steve Quayle. And I believe it's stevequayle.com. It's very simple. Um, Now, this will be the only video to kind of help get you guys in a gear to begin to knowing where to look. I am a person that if I'm going to share information with you, I will either give you the source verbally, and I may just put it in the information further on down in the comments, or list it in drop down boxes and descriptions and stuff like that. But just know I will do my best to give the sources of where I get my information if I'm able to. But other than that, this is just one video to explain where a lot of us get our information. So we've got scientists that give us information. We've got doctors that give us information. Now, we don't personally go talk to these doctors. We read and we listen to whatever it is they have published, whether it is by some form of paper or website or video, just like you would. Now, there are political figures that I'll listen to as well. Not all of the politics are bad. Okay, not all of them are bad. And again, use discernment. Candace Owens, you can find her on Facebook or YouTube. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you can find her on Telegram. Ron DeSantis, Telegram. Rand Paul or Ron Paul, I've heard it both ways. I'm not sure. I don't know him personally, so you can find him on Rumble and Telegram, I believe. Ted Cruz, Telegram. Mike Pompeo, Telegram. Sidney Powell, Telegram. Lin Wood, Telegram. Mike Lindell, Telegram. If you want any other ones, I can almost guarantee you, if you can't find them anywhere else, you're going to find them on Telegram. There's so many accounts on there for all kinds of figures. So just know, you almost have an endless supply of sources. It's there, and it's actually easily and readily available at your fingertips, as long as none of the cellular towers go down. Now, I said that in regards to the cellular towers. There have been many videos going around, and I cannot confirm it. I cannot find it in anything. But I want you to know, the videos are saying August 11th, there's going to be a 5G testing phase. Is it all going to be on August 11th? I have no idea. Is it going to roll into a few other days? I have no idea. I can't confirm any of it. Not one word of it. That being the case, understand, the ones that have played the hokey pokey, as one TikToker put it, you may feel like you're going crazy. Some of you are asking now, how can that be? Some of the stuff that's made up of. So just know, August 11th, there is a possibility. Along with that possibility of the 5G testing, it is said that the emergency broadcast system is also going to be tested. So how coincidental, right? You've got the right side wanting to test the EBS. You got the left side wanting to roll out some 5G testing. To me, it makes sense that they would do that. You blame one person or party, and the other one will blame the other one. So just keep August 11th, that is next Wednesday. Don't know when it's going to start. if it's going to start. I have no clue. Again, I cannot confirm that. So just understand that. But it is advised and highly suggested that be prepared. Anything that could pull any kind of signal, even through satellite, unplug it, power everything off and unplug them, including your mobile devices, from tablets to cell phones, from smart TVs, and anything else that may pull a signal. Shut her down. To me, better to be safe than sorry. What have you lost if you power it off for the day and unplug it? You've lost nothing. But what will you lose if they do this and harm is upon how many people? So anyway, don't live in fear. It does nobody any good. Just know that you need one person on your side and you are never outnumbered. The God Almighty Himself. It can be you and Him and you're never outnumbered. If people will understand that. Anyway, I'll let that be for tonight. And I will not have a regular scheduled time to be on. So I'm not sure when I'll be on next. I really hope that you guys decide to share this video so it will help others know where to look. It will save a whole lot of time for those if they just knew where to look alone. Most people know how to use their phone and their browser, but they just don't know where to look. This has a lot of good information in it, and it has taken me some time to get it all put together. So I want to thank you for your time tonight, and I'll do my best to at least try to put one on once a week, but I can't even promise that because I'm a very, very, very busy person. I cannot tell you how busy I am. But I felt God pulling on my heart to do this for whoever it is that needs it. Anyway, thank you guys, and I hope you have a blessed night. Until next time, talk to you later.